What's up, Copy Squad? Today I want to share a little peek inside of Copy Squad Lite. This is not a routine piece of value. I generally don't sit down and dissect every person's copy submissions, but you will get to kind of see me hop in, see what some of the people are working on inside the Copy Squad Lite program, see me give them feedback. I'm actually going to rewrite all 3 emails in real time. I'm just sitting in a coffee shop. I got bored and I just jumped in, started recording it live, and I thought, hey, maybe this would be a nice little promo for the Copy Squad Lite program and what we got going on in there, so I hope you enjoy. So essentially what we're looking for is disrupt, and then we want to see some intrigue and then a click. So Ricky, isn't it interesting how people, first let's look at the subject lines. Limitless energy, like Joe. Limitless energy, we want to see, test screams, not whispers. Okay. What I mean by that is there's nothing really different between this subject line and this subject line. It's basically the same subject line. Joe Rogan never gets tired, has limitless energy. All right, it's basically all one subject line. So essentially what you want to do here is it isn't the words that you want to choose that are just because you use the word revealed, now all of a sudden they're going to watch it. It's about having some sort of angle that piques their curiosity. And the angle here in all 5 is limitless energy. So it's this is all the same subject line in theory. Next. All right. So, hey, Ricky, isn't it interesting how people like Joe Rogan have limitless energy? Okay. So you did not betray subject line. Okay. So that is good. Let's look at the format. Make sure that we did not betray the subject line. Good. Because we totally in sync with the subject line. If they click to learn about limitless energy like Joe Rogan, then they would be happy with this opening line. How people like Joe Rogan seem to have limitless energy. Cool. And yet you find yourself tired after your first few tasks. A little vague. Well, with these revolutionary 4 key ingredients, you can quickly experience consistent energy in the gym or wherever else you need huge energy in your life. All right, you've committed poor man's intrigue. You're banished. You've done, this is the crime, which is you have left this word these revolutionary 4 key, there's nothing here. There's absolutely no actual context or clues or breadcrumbs. It's just these ingredients. That's meaningless. It's kind of worthless, It's poor man's intrigue. You can quickly experience consistent energy in the gym. So you went straight to result. Think of one thing that makes these ingredients unique, all right? You can quickly experience consistent energy in the gym or wherever else you need huge energy in your daily life. Joe Rogan used it to get one more roll at the end of his jiu-jitsu session and said, this stuff 100% works. Okay, well, that's powerful. Meanwhile, Doer said, I couldn't believe how effective this was. Who? I never had a bad day without it. But when taking it at night, the next day I seemed to get out of bed easier with no resistance and much ease. Great product. Doer. So if you want limitless energy to be able to tackle every day with ease, check out these 4 life-changing ingredients. Again, you did it again. This is what you want me to click for. And you built zero intrigue around it. Strongest point was Joe Rogan testimonial. All right. If you click now, you receive a special offer. You, salesy. Available only to people who read this email. Yeah, you show your hand here. Now I know it's a sales email. It sucks. I don't want it no more because I know you're going to try to sell me something. So here's how I would rewrite this basically. You've got one strong point. Your PS is worthless. Let's go to, isn't it interesting? This is something else I could say here. Cool, you did a disrupt, you did not betray the subject line, but it's generic. Isn't it interesting? I don't know. Is it? All right, so look, this opening line is kind of weak. You could say, isn't it interesting how many people like Joe Rogan? Isn't it interesting how isn't he 50-year-old? How a 50-year-old Joe Rogan can have enough energy to do a daily podcast, daily 3-hour podcast, go to the gym, host UFC fights, and roll on the jiu-jitsu mat every day. So look what I did here. Look at your line. Isn't it interesting how people like Joe Rogan have limitless energy? This is all vague. This is vague. This is what I talk about when it comes to details and breadcrumbs and copy. Say concrete stuff. Isn't it interesting how a 50-year-old Joe Rogan can have enough energy to do a 3-hour daily podcast, go to the gym, host UFC fights, and roll on the jiu-jitsu mat every single day? Right? Concrete. Say something. Okay? And yet you find yourself tired, like after your first few tasks? Like, this is so vague. And yet you need a monster energy to make it past 2 p.m. if you want to soften it most days. And then you just come out of nowhere with this. Like, this pisses me off to read. Well, these What? All right. So what you've done wrong here is you've pivoted. You just changed subjects. What you need to do is you need to find a way to introduce this inside the frame that you've already set around limitless energy and 50-year-old Joe Rogan. You've got the frame, limitless energy. Now you need to introduce that within this. See, this is what I call bolt-on copy. I mean, not only is it like a massive pivot, like then you're like, oh yeah, by the way, it's about energy. So what you want to do here, these revolutionary 4 key, I don't have anything to work with. Your copy's so generic. All right, let's see. I really like this stuff down here. That's because Joe has a secret for energy boosts. Joe has a secret for energy boosting. Here we go. Let's just say this. Has an energy boosting secret that comes from 4 unique ingredients. All right? So now I've kept the frame about Joe and his energy. Well, Joe has an energy boosting secret that comes from 4 unique ingredients. Still vague. But notice I didn't say these 4 ingredients. Ooh. I said I kept it. The conversation stays consistent here. All right? So then I'd say, in fact, when struggling to finish training, Joe used it to get one more roll at the end of his jiu-jitsu session. Remarking to everyone who would listen, this stuff 100% works. This testimonial doesn't carry any weight for me because I don't know, is this supposed to be a person? Like, who is this? I don't know who this is. So I'm kind of going to get rid of that. Like, I don't care about doer. Who's that? If you want limitless energy to be able to tackle every day with ease, so like keep it consistent, right? So if you want to unlock the same energy boosting secrets as Joe Rogan with just 4 powerful ingredients, click here now. So I mean, this is a better email. Is it the greatest of all time? Maybe not. Yeah. So here's your disrupt, Joe intrigue. So this is all intrigue here because it's all about like a secret, energy, secret energy, and stuff like that. And then if you want the same thing, just click. All right, boom. Click here now. Bam. Okay, cool. So that's one email down. Let's see if we got any comments or people on here. What up, Christian? What up, Powell? What up, buddy? All right, cool. So there's that one. Let's see what we got going on. So, Powell, you submit stuff, don't you? What do you got in here, boy? You got anything in here? Oh, for shame. I can't find you. Here we go. Yesterday. I'll take it. What's it say? Give me some feedback on this piece. All right, what are we looking at here? Most will never recover from what lies ahead. Don't end up in the center of the worst crisis ever. It's coming. Make sure you're on the winning side. If you don't do anything now, you're doomed. Okay, cool. Israel says, these headlines don't say anything. I see them as vague. I think it'll depend on who's reading it, the subject line. I would put something like, save yourself from the next stock market crash. Cool. Save yourself from the market crash. Cool. I mean, but this is actually vague. Like, everybody's saying the market's going to crash. Like, there's nothing special there. Now, this is Bill Bonner's unique 4 steps. Too long, but you could say Bonner's 4 steps you could say Bonner's 4 steps going into the next crash. Something like that might be, because this is just too long. America is about to experience the worst crisis ever in the United States. Okay. If you haven't been on the wrong side of the barricade, that doesn't make much sense to me, but I don't think barricade's we're going to use there. You will get pushed alongside millions of Americans down, out of the middle class, out of private retirement health care, and out of a decent life based on independence and privacy, straight into the center of the worst crisis ever. So I like these little things about out of the middle class, out of private retirement, and you probably want to say private health care here, and out of a decent life based on independence and privacy. I like that. straight into the worst crisis ever. But again, the crisis is so vague, trapping you with nothing to your name. It's too hard. I don't know if I can believe that. And if you don't position yourself to be on the winning side of the barricade, I don't get this barricade thing. Your life will be ruined alongside those millions. That's exactly why Bill Bonner, CEO of Agora. This is not a sentence. What is this? This is a period. Came out to show America. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is writing copy. This is what this is. You're being a copywriter. Like, this isn't how people talk. This is how people write. Like, what is this? Come on. Came out to show Americans how to prepare for this upcoming crisis and how to execute his 4-step plan to make sure you come out on top of this crisis. Simply click here to check it out. Prepare yourself for the upcoming crisis. Crisis. We call this echo. You have a crisis of echoes. So much crisis. All right. Okay. Cool. Why? How? And if you haven't been the wrong side up, this is a pivot. Brought up the crisis, and you left it in the dust. Don't do that. What are we talking about? You will get pushed. See, yeah, you went straight to like results. This is a little bit of this kind of poor man's intrigue. It's like, the worst crisis. Like, you didn't give me any context, breadcrumbs, nothing. You just start pivoting and talking about something different. You'll get pushed down out of the. This is just clunky writing. Like, you will get pushed alongside millions of Americans down, out of the middle class, out of private retirement, healthcare. This is all fine. I think what you could do, maybe we can rewrite this a little bit. Let's just rewrite it and see what it looks like. All right. So, boom. We can just get rid of all this and just say millions of Americans are on the brink of slipping out of the middle class, out of private retirement, out of private healthcare. We're talking about the end of life, our way of life based on independence and privacy. Falling straight into the center of the worst crisis in U.S. history. This trapping you with nothing to your name, what does that mean? Like, it's too vague. And if you don't position yourself, this is disrupt. Where's the intrigue, right? That's the thing. Where's the intrigue? Get out of here. Garbage. All right, that's why Bill Bonner, CEO of Agora, I'd probably say the Agora companies. And I wouldn't say the Agora companies, because like the thing is, the reader doesn't really know the Agora companies. They kind of just follow a guru usually when they sign up to like newsletters and stuff. So you're more likely to see CEO of the largest independent chain of independent financial advisories on earth came out of where? To show Americans why. It's Bill Bonner. Special message straight from his private. What's it called? He's got like an estate or something like that. Is it in Ireland? To show Americans how to prepare for this upcoming crisis. Okay, so here's an intrigue section, right? That's why Bill Bonner, CEO of the largest chain of independent financial advisors on earth, has come to you today with a special message straight from his private estate in Ireland to show Americans exactly how to prepare for this upcoming crisis and how to execute his 4-step plan to make sure you will come out on top of this crisis. All right. Simply click here to check it out. It seems a little casual. Check it out, bruh. Simply click here before it is too late to prepare yourself for what's ahead. Again, you can't just keep saying crisis. It's giving me a crisis. All right, so here's the new email. There you go. You might say something. A subject line, like a potential subject line, could be like, how the middle class will drown. Maybe that could be it. Something like that. What else we got here? The end of private retirement. See, I'm just drawing these from the copy I already wrote. The end of private healthcare. Yeah, so there's three. There's three angles, right? If you're worried about the middle class drowning, you could say, so there's two ways you could do the middle class thing. The final nail for the middle class, right? So boom, there's two angles in the middle class, one on private retirement, one on private healthcare. So notice that these are all different angles. If I'm worried about my retirement, If I'm worried about healthcare, If I'm worried about the middle class, See how these are all different? And they're not vastly different. They're all kind of but they're different. You understand what I'm saying now? You understand? All right, cool. That's that one. Oh, there's only one here. Cool. So that's 100%. We just completionist 100%ed this email submission. Achievement unlocked, right? All right. Who else wants what? Well, Zach's got the red name, so he's got to get some love here. For folks who don't know, the red name indicates you're a member of Copy Squad Inner Circle. Top G. All right. Oh, it's for copywriters. All right. Consistently find clients over and over. Stop groveling for low-paying gigs. Cut the line. Okay. Stop struggling. This and this. Land your dream client while charging more money than before. Okay, cool. Fair. If you're a copywriter that I can't control this. All right. Let's read it as if it was still written the way it was written. If you, a copywriter, and struggle with consistently finding clients, basically the same sentence rewritten, what I'm about to share with you is the most predictable way to land your dream client. What's this comment here? Yeah, that's not a bad point. He says ending two lines of the same word messes up the flow. We talk about this with crisis. Not a bad point. Echo, right? What I'm about to share with you is the most predictable way to land your dream client. Here's what I would say. Like, dream client seems singular, and predictable is about repeatable, right? Seems at odds. Those concepts. A method that has been proven to work over and over again for more than 8 years. So you might, here, let me just go back to this idea here. Dream clients. That's just nitpicky. A method that has been proven to work over and over again for more than 8 years without. Okay. So disrupt. Now here's the intrigue. This is all disrupt. The first two lines is disrupt. This is intrigue. Problem is, this is completely swipeable copy here, where I'd want to get something a little bit more unique and concrete. You got 8 years right here, but otherwise, I could swipe this line word for word, and it would work for virtually anything I was trying to sell on planet Earth, which makes it not very unique. Without useless cold outreach, humiliating social posting and DM tactics, groveling for... Okay, that's fair. Lucas says, maybe instead of useless, you can put some word to push the pain more. Could write a whole email about cold outreach being useless, but in a single bullet like this doesn't give it... Yeah, I think, the emotion here is embarrassment, humiliating, groveling. The word useless... I'm going to go ahead and say second. Could use another synonym for embarrassing. That seems to be the theme of the other two bullets. Cool. Bueno. A way that allows you to cut the line. Okay, cool. And get instant status in the eyes of your dream client. Okay, this is it. This goes here. This goes here. If you want to learn about the most predictable way to land your first dream client, and charge more money than you would charge before. Come on, man. Grammar. ... Pay close attention. I'm about to share with you. Go here to get all details. Okay, yeah. Lots of generic stuff. I know what this is the sales letter that we're breaking down inside the Copy Squad Inner Circle right now. We'll be finishing it this Tuesday, so I understand what he's talking about. I know what he's doing. So let's fix it. If you're a copywriter, so remember this is an email. If what you're doing here is you're writing to Kevin Rogers' list about this sales letter and trying to drive traffic to that sales letter, we know they're a copywriter. That's redundant, right? Okay, so here, let's just jump into it. Today, I want to share the most effective method I've ever seen for landing your dream clients with next to zero effort. I'm serious. It's a brand new way. Well, yeah, I'd use method here. A brand new method that allows you to cut the line and get instant status in the eyes of your dream client. Fine. All right. And has been proven to work over and over again for more than 8 years without, want to do like what is it? It's like Shift F7, right? Something like that. I'm scared to push these buttons. How do I do thesaurus here? Degrading. Okay. Cool. So we'll get rid of this. Let's go back to where I was rewriting it. Degrading, cold outreach, humiliating, social posting, and DM tactics, groveling. We don't need this line anymore. You want to learn? And yes, it requires virtually zero effort in terms of prospecting. You want to learn about the most predictable way to learn first? See, this again, predictable and first seems counterintuitive. You want to learn about the most predictable way to land your dream clients and charge more money than you ever charged before? Yeah, what is this? What is this line? This line says nothing. Just say this. All right, there you go. Okay, so that was a little peek of me breaking down some emails from members inside of Copy Squad Lite. If you're interested in checking out the program, it's copysquad.net/LITE, Lite. Inside, you'll get access to all sorts of trainings. Every month, we do a live training with an industry expert on some topic. We've done emails. We've done how to break into copywriting as a career and get a job. We've done headline trainings. We've done advertorial trainings. We've done a whole host of things, and there's more to come every month. You get access to those free and the recordings. You also get access to the Discord community, which you just saw a little bit of inside that video. You also get access to working copywriters and copy chiefs and publishers that exist inside that community, and there's just a lot of people bouncing ideas and questions around every single day, so that's something that you might want to get a part of. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks so much for tuning in. Peace out, Copy Squad.